Top 10 worst of the year. There's a lot to choose from. So number 10, let's get right to it. The Marvels. Dumbbell is the villain, and she's going to open up a hole in space to suck away your sun and suck away the atmosphere. Because Spaceball, she watched it and she's like, you know what? This is how I have revenge. Captain Marvel comes back after years and years, and she's like, I didn't want you to see me as the version that will start a civil war on another planet. This movie had nothing to it. Like, they took that script and they just ripped it out. And they're like, you know what? Just start filming things. We're on a tight budget. We're spending every dollar we have, and after this, we're broke. And you're just gonna film them hanging out, and you're gonna film those cats eat people. And villain grabs something. What's this one? Dumbbell? All right, Spaceballs. That's the story. Dumb movie. Number 9. Renfield. How do you waste Nick Cage as Dracula? That's gold right there. You know how you waste him? You focus on Awkwafina, because Awkwafina sounds like she smokes a pack a day, and that's funny. No, it isn't. It was boring, CGI blood. I was like, oh my god, you have Nick Cage as Dracula. Why is this not the focus of the story? No, it's a generic cop story. Number 8, Indy 5. Disney is on a quest to bankrupt itself. They're like, you know what? We hired a bunch of activists, and we can't fire them. But what we can do is bankrupt our entire company, and then they all get fired, and then we got to start over. That's their plan. So they spent like $350 million in this movie. They're like, we're going to sink ourselves. This movie's going to be very generic, very boring. Mads Mikkelsen should be dead. The Fleabag girl, F off. Yeah, lame movie. Terrible ending. She punches him in the face. Now she has a heart. What the hell is that? Number 7, Nun 2 made no sense. Good thing it was short because I would have left. All I remember is I ate a good pizza. And that's the best part about that movie. Number 5, Shazam. Oh, no, number 6. Forgetting myself. Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool was just Brandon Cronenberg saying, you know what? David Lynch says that movies don't got to make sense. So I'm going to make a movie that doesn't make any sense. You got cloning. You could have done something cool with that, but they're like, no. We're going to have Mia Goth yelling at you on top of the car about how stories don't have to make sense. And then it just ends with Alex Skarsgård fighting naked Alex Skarsgård. Sounds interesting, I know. That's the only interesting that happens. It is a boring-ass movie. Has a great name, great poster. Yeah. Number 5, Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. Rachel Zegler, Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu. Aren't they just triplets? They look like triplets, don't they? That's the weirdest casting for siblings ever. That's just like, we need a diversity casting. We need someone Asian, someone brown, make them different age brackets. Stupid movie. It's so for kids. Like, it felt like it was for dumb babies. Like, I couldn't picture this being written for adults. And I like my superhero movies, where a kid could watch it, but an adult could watch it, and there's something for both. This movie had unicorns and Skittles and nonsense. And then they spoiled Wonder Woman, which is literally a significant plot point. One of the most significant plot points. He sacrificed his life, and you gotta care. But you know what you don't care? Because they spoiled that Wonder Woman was gonna be back, so you just know that's the only thing we haven't seen yet. So she's obviously gonna resurrect him. Gal Gadot's getting paid millions of dollars to show up in movies and look hot for a second and say like 2 lines and leave. Think about that. Think about how all of us are going to work. Think about your shitty job. That woman is making money for like 90 seconds of work, and then she goes home. The lies of actors. Number 4, Exorcist the Believer. David Gordon Green. I believe you need to stay the hell away from horror movies, man. God. Exorcist Kills is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Halloween Ends. You ended the franchise. You did it. It's over. I feel like they're not going to make another Halloween movie after that. And Believer, The Exorcist, you probably ended that franchise too. I'm sure they're going to make another one because did it make money? I hope it didn't make any money. Just generic. And they're like, this is the master plan of this movie. 2 girls possessed. Everybody yell random religious stuff at it because one of them is going to work. I'm like, she has an upside down cross in her head. Christian demon. Obviously, one religion works. It has the symbol on the head. Oh, so stupid. Number 3, Five Nights at Freddy's. There are people who are fans of this movie. They're like, oh my god, it's so much like the game. So much like the lore. Like, they just added so much. It was exactly like I thought it would be. I'm like, you thought it was going to be about Peter sleeping the whole movie. The lead character isn't in danger from these things for 1 hour and 31 minutes. I counted. It is an hour and 49-minute movie. For 18 minutes, he's in danger. It took a whole movie's feature length for him to be in danger. And the only thing that attacks him is a cupcake. The most dangerous thing in this movie is a cupcake. What? And then he tried to, like, plot twist you was saying Matthew Lizard, whatever the hell his name is the bad guy. Oh, plot twist. He's the killer. I'm like, you mean the only character it could be, mom or aunt, whatever the hell her name is, at home. It can't be the little kid. The woman expository lady is with you. And then there's you. So the only person we don't know who's doing stuff is Matthew Lillard. He's the only other person who could possibly be the villain. Dumb. And then he doesn't even get attacked. Instead of even having the animatronics attack him at the end so we get something, they don't even attack him. They walk up to him. We didn't even get to see them kill him. Why? Number 2, 65. You have potential. You got Adam Driver, sci-fi guns, on Earth 65 million years ago with dinosaurs. I mean, like, it writes itself. Come on, you got a 10-year-old's dream right there. You're like shooting dinosaurs. This sounds like the best idea ever. Easy money, easy screenplay. He has to make it to his ship before the asteroids make the dinosaurs all extinct and him extinct, him included. But no, we saw Logan, so we're like, he's gonna talk to a girl that he can't communicate with, and even though he's supposed to be smart, future man, he keeps talking English to a girl who doesn't speak English. I love the American sensibility of saying things louder to someone who can't understand you. You know? It's like, if you can't speak English, I'm just going to say English louder. Then you're going to understand it. That makes no sense. Movie is such wasted potential. And number 1, Ant-Man Quantumania. Ant-Man Quantumania actively drove me crazy while I was watching it. It is so CGI. It is ridiculous. Bill Murray did not film those scenes with anybody. They spend the first part of the movie, that whole introduction, everything, the catalyst for these events is Ant-Man, who just saved the world, who, if he hadn't come out at the right time of his little fucking microverse, the world would have ended because they never would have figured out how to go through time. And yeah, so he saves the universe, or he saves planet Earth, whatever. He does save the universe. He writes a book. He just wants to chill. The dude's like 50 years old. He's Paul Rudd. And his little activist pissant daughter is upset that he's not doing more. So they get sucked into another reality. So he has to prove himself again as a hero. And you take Kang, your new big bad, and you get him beaten by Ant-Man in a fist fight. That's how you end it. You see, none of this court stuff would have happened if he had won that fist fight. All this stuff happened because the universe was like, if you're going to waste Ant-Man, if you're going to waste Kang, we're just going to take him away from you. That's it. If there's a God, that's what he did. He's like, you're going to waste this man like that? He's gone. He's done. He loses to fucking Ant-Man. You seen Jonathan Majors? You seen Paul Rudd? That would never happen. That was the most science fiction thing I've seen in any Marvel movie. Is Jonathan Majors losing to Paul Rudd in a fist fight. More than infinite realities, more than Thanos snapping away half of existence, Paul Rudd wins this fist fight. That's too much for me. Now you got too fake. It's faker than all that CGI. The only thing good about that movie was the alien talking about his holes the first 2 times he made a joke. Not like the 5th time he made it. So, and a MODOK, I guess, was kind of funny. Yeah. Comment your top 10 down below. Please subscribe. Help a boy out. And, yeah. I would love to read it. This is something I love to read in the comments. Give me your top 10 worst movies of the year.